All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tarot Class. Greetings, all. If this is your first time here, welcome. If it's not your first time here, welcome back. This is like a bonus class because normally I just do one a weekend, but I had to get this one out because it kind of came to me by way of someone else. Well, they were talking to me about a certain card, and this whole topic just popped in my head, and I had to go with it. I had to do it. So you guys are getting an extra treat today. Having said that, I'll give everyone a few minutes to come in. And if you guys have your cards, go ahead and take them out. If you don't have your cards, that is fine. Okay. I will be your tarot shuffler for you. All right. Having said that,
Oh, hello.
hello.
Good to see you, my dear Clumsy. Good to see the class.
Hi.
The Outsiders. This is definitely a class meant for me because the negative inverse energy of tarot is something I definitely embody with all my chaos energy.
This is gonna be a really it's gonna be a fun class. It's gonna
I
be
think
fun,
so.
and the exercises that I made at the end, they're fantastic, if I do say so myself. Look, let's go. I see all your messages.
Let's go. If you
All
want it, you
right, hold
can
on,
get it. Let
I
me
need
know.
to meet
I'm
all of
about to
our
put this
folks
thing
on
up.
my
Let's
phone.
go. I'm sorry.
Hi,
I might,
Listrin.
I might have done some thinly veiled threats in the chat. To the person who
What?
I was talking to the person who I was talking to, I'm not
Hold
mad
on,
at
something.
you. I'm not
Oh,
mad
okay.
at you.
Okay,
Mm,
I don't know. So, okay,
thinly
so
veiled
hi
threats.
to Helen. Hello. Let me say hi to everyone real quick. Suzanne, it's
Hmm.
so good to see you. Thank you for
I
going
love
live. Give us a
Suzanne in the
like.
mix.
You know what? Me and Jujubee were really like missing Suzanne yesterday because she had to leave in the middle of yesterday's live, and we really
Hmm.
wanted to know like what her input was on some of the stuff we were
Oh,
talking about.
Suzanne is actually my biggest fan, which is really weird to me because I didn't expect a lady to be my biggest fan. But Suzanne is my number one supporter. She's got a foam finger that says Darth is number one, and I didn't believe her when she said it. But yeah, that's a thing. That is a definite thing, and uh perhaps one of my favorite people. Right up there with Jujubee, right up there with Melissa Jean, the AI, right up there with you, right up there with John D. Like
No.
everybody, all my favorites just congregate right here around us. This
Hold
was
on.
John D's idea, the Outcasts, because he said it was, and
Um,
I believe
is he taking claim?
yes,
He can take claim for the
the
discussion he was
idea.
talking. Well, because he had referenced the tower card, which is like a
Hmm?
card that he really identifies with, and it popped in my head, and then it just went from there. I was like, you know
Hello,
what,
Lady Autumn
I need to
Sky.
do this.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give him
Oh,
credit then.
there's my other buddy. What's up, Pass? It's good to see you, love. Lady Autumn, good to
Yes,
see you.
Lady Autumn Sky is one of my favorites too. Like she's up there with Suzanne and Lestrin.
Lady
Like
Autumn's a sweetie pie.
people who support me, like, because I do long live streams. Like you do a couple of hours a night. I do 6, 7, 8 hour streams. And the people who I have constantly in my chat are the Suzanne Ecksteins. They're the Lady Autumn Skies. I mean, even John D is in and out. Even you are in and out of my show. My show is
Yeah,
dead, by the
I
way.
usually pop in and out. Real quick pass. Yes, I will be on tonight.
Mm,
Okay, so is everyone ready for class? I need thumbs up. Hold on.
I'm ready.
I feel like there should be more people here. Like I feel like there's Juju's not here, but she might be busy. She's retired
Juju
probably.
might be she might be sleeping. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I'm not gonna bug her. However,
Oh shit, we just
um,
missed 420 in the damn.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
wait,
on the
there's
West
Juju
Coast.
B. There's
Huh?
Juju. Hi,
Look,
Juju.
look. Do you see what I just did there? I summoned her.
Yeah, you did speak her into existence. Hi, Juju. Like,
Literally, right?
uh,
All right,
one of my
so
favorite people.
hold on,
She's
wrong
just cool as
one.
fuck.
We don't want
Like,
to see us. We want to see the other one. Oh, hello. Here we go. All right.
smoke 'em if you got 'em. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so where are we at? Where are we at?
Where are we at? Oh my bad.
There we
I
go.
didn't mean to do that near you.
Okay, everyone. We good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So meet the outsiders. Okay, this is my little label I gave for them. There's actually quite a few more. At least I can think of, at least off the top of my head, probably 5 to 6 more cards that could probably be included in here. But I wanted to leave time for an exercise and to go over a few that that are the most notable. Okay,
I
so
have
meet.
a question. Is my stalker card part of the outsiders?
No, it's not. It's not.
It really should be. Nine of Cups should be an outsider card, and you should
Good to
all
see you, Juju.
understand that.
Yeah, so it is not. I pulled that card for her the other day too, um,
Mm,
and for myself, I believe. Okay, so you guys are gonna meet the outsiders. Okay, this is the most notable
yeah.
misunderstood cards.
The
These are the cards that,
Devil, the
yes,
Tower.
yeah. There's gonna be
The
there's they're the most
is the
notable
Lovers?
cards
Is the
actually.
is the
No,
Lovers
I
in
did
this
not put
list?
that one in there. Nope.
That
You
should
could.
be in there.
It
You
could
know it
be in there
should.
though.
You
It
know it
could
should
be.
be in there. Like,
It could be.
because a
For
lot of
this
people
exercise, I didn't put that one in
misunderstand.
there.
A
I
lot of
limited
people
it.
misunderstand the lovers. Like,
How well I wanted to stick. The ones I have are well rounded because I took some from the majors and I took two from the minors too. So I
oh,
wanted a good mix.
is it the
So
Queen of
all right,
Swords? I love the Queen of Swords. Like,
she
that's my
almost
favorite.
made it to this list.
Oh, she almost made
She's
it to the
that
list.
close. Yeah,
She was that
but
close to it.
I might do more of these and do like a second part because
Mm,
there's quite a few of these. Okay, so these
yes,
are just some of the most notable misunderstood cards. These are the
I'm
cards that when you
so
see them,
excited for this.
you have. Okay, I know, I can tell. You're like, I'm so
I am
excited.
just like
Okay,
I was
calm down,
gassed
Jar.
the moment you were doing the outsiders. Like, wait, this is my stream. Let's go.
All right, so again, guys, this is just a few of them. These are the cards that you see, and you definitely. This is what I would say. You have a natural urge to like run and hide or run and scream, or you know what I mean. These are the cards that everyone has their own. When they see it, they're like, "Oh, it's a natural
Mm.
reaction to these cards." Okay,
A
so
visceral reaction, if you will.
yeah, so I want to ask
Yeah.
everyone though, invite everyone to kind of open up their mind to start seeing these cards a little differently and to get some introspection on the symbology and the history behind each one of these, okay? So, if we're ready to go, can I get a
I'm
thumbs up
ready.
in the chat and we
Yep.
will
Two
begin?
thumbs up, clumsy. Like, not in the chat, but on the panel. Like, two thumbs. That, that's a cute avatar that you have there, by the way.
What with the
Yeah,
cookie
with
thing?
the yeah with the pinky thing. Well, it's not a pinky thing; it's an index finger
It's a
thing.
fortune
Like,
cookie.
hmm
Okay.
looking
So,
adorable as always.
thank you. All right, guys. So, who are the outsiders? Here we
Mm.
will explore, meet some of the notable cards that are often misunderstood and viewed negatively. Okay. Bad reputations. Why? Why do these cards have bad reputations? Okay, so there's a long history behind them. A lot of it is also tied to the symbolism of the card. Their traditional meanings, that's a big reason as well. Visual invocation, meaning that's kind of like what you're inviting it to tell you, what you're letting the card tell you, your initial feelings from the card, just like we were talking about, okay? And also the harsh realities and truths of these cards. This is why they could be seen as, overall negative, or they could have, quote unquote, bad reputations. So, any questions so far, class?
I think the tower has to be first on the list.
I did it in the order in which I did the
Yeah.
so like numerically through the
Okay.
majors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whichever one
That
was the
that makes
least
sense.
came first, and then which one, and then I think the tower was the last one. I think
Dear God.
for the majors
I mean, it
because we have
might
a
be.
total of five.
It might be the finisher card. So you might be right. Like it might need to come last. But who came first, though? The tower or
No, you'll see. You'll
the
see.
hierophant?
No, the haircut's on there. All right. So, any questions, class? No, we're good to go. Looks like it. Okay. Here is the group. Okay.
Yep.
So these are just some of the cards and characters that have been misunderstood socially and arguably through history. Okay, and through the lens of tarot. Okay, we have death. That'll be first.
Ooh.
Then it'll be the tower,
Uh,
and then the devil. Actually, it should be devil and then tower.
they should be.
It'll go in the right order though in the slide. So death, the tower, the devil, the three of swords, and the five of cups.
Ooh. Not the four
Yes.
cups.
No, I did the five. Four
Yeah, the
cups
five.
arguably could have been in there as well. That's why I said I could
They
do
could
like
have.
a part two, three, four, five
Yeah,
to this. So,
exactly. Like, this could be a multi-part series. 100%.
all right. So, is everyone ready to start? Let's start with death.
Let's
And I know that
go.
death, I know his death is like spelt in reverse here. I cannot find a single image for some reason to add, like with the clip art that doesn't have it in reverse. It's so odd. But anywho, okay. Hey, clumsy. Can we send positive and healing vibes?
Oh.
Thoughts and prayers for
Debbie.
Debbie,
Debbie.
please. Yeah, is she okay? Of course. Lots of prayers for her. She's so
Yes.
awesome. I hope everything is
100%.
okay. All right.
I'm giving her my thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, we all are.
I was doing that before this started though, so
Hold on, I'll put a little. Hold on. Put a little prayer hands in there for her. I hope she's okay.
I have a question.
I might have an answer. Go ahead.
Before we continue,
Mm-hmm.
can I click this button that says stream this to my audience? And
Yeah, go ahead. Of course you may.
I'm definitely doing that. Tarot Outcasts. My channel is officially dead, but
Oh
I
yeah,
can
you
still
killed it.
restream. Yep,
You didn't really kill it.
I did.
Yo, I did
I'm
too.
done. I'm done. I'm done with it.
I do want to hear from everyone in the chat their initial impressions when they look at this card, okay? Whether you have the card in front of you, you could go ahead and pull it out from your tarot deck or not. You can see it on the screen with the slideshow. I just want to hear initial thoughts. There is no wrong answer here, okay? And type it in the chat, please.
Death. Very deep in my deck. Like looking for it, having trouble finding it. Nine of Cups, easy to find apparently. Five of Cups, also easy to find, which I think you have in this list as one of the outcasts. And it's really, really good to bring up my deck in that regard because my deck is slightly different than a
Different. Yeah,
traditional RWS deck, but it does add a bit of context.
it definitely does. So, guys, go ahead and
Well,
type it in the chat. Just your initial thoughts when you see the death card. Anything that stands out, there's no wrong answers, but I want to see everyone participating. Don't be shy, y'all.
to answer the question that just popped up in my Discord, yes, this is live, but it's not me. This is
What's
Clumsy's
not you?
show.
Oh,
Well, somebody just sent me a message that said,
is this you, right?
are you really going live right now? It's like, no, I'm not, but my bad, dude.
Okay, so let's meet Death. Okay, card. This is card number 13 in the tarot. Okay, card 13 in the tarot. Now, initial impressions and interpretations. Okay, actual death. I put a little star next to that because a lot of people will see the death card, and if they know nothing of tarot, they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, is someone gonna die?" However, I have had this card show up for an actual death, so it can happen. I do want to say that, but it's not usually actual death, as many of you probably know that have been here for a while. Okay, um, unable to escape, things in ruin, ending, and cycles. Okay, that's some common interpretations, impressions, etc. Hi, Miami. Good to see you. Welcome, Miami. We're just getting started. We're meeting the
Hmm.
outcasts of tarot. These are cards that most people see and they get kind of turned off by them or they have a misconception of them, okay?
Yep. The devil and death.
Aw. I'm so sorry, Debbie. I put prayer emojis in here for you. We're
Yeah.
all hoping you're doing okay, all right, love? If you want after this, you can reach out to me or something if you want a reading or if you just want to talk. Okay, Debbie?
Oh yeah. And I second that. Like, you got me on your Discord very clearly. Like, I'm not the best person to talk to sometimes because I'll tell you exactly what's going on. But like I said, like my lover's card is in reverse. It-
Oh,
I,
expert, you're such a sweetie.
I,
Thank you,
oh,
love. I
expert
appreciate
here.
you.
Hi, expert. Like, love you too, dude. Like, 100%,
I was talking to him last
100%.
night. I think he passed out on me. Is death on the horse? Yes,
Yes,
we're about to
yeah,
get
the
to
white
that. We're
horse
about to get to it.
specifically. And
Cat Ninja, you're late.
this is a very biblical reference because the pale horse rider is death.
Yes.
And this is like going harkening back to revelations in the Bible. Like, yeah, that's why this is very misunderstood because people take
So,
it very literally.
but but it explains some of the
Yeah,
misunderstandings, right? Okay,
right. I
and
mean,
it
because
and you got to remember the time that tarot was made. Okay, so we're going back now. This deck that we're using, just this deck alone, is from 1909. Okay, however,
yeah,
there's tarot decks that go all the way back to the 14th century that they
yep,
found. Okay,
yeah,
so these are really old. There's a lot of old symbolism. Okay,
concepts,
so
concepts.
historically,
Yes,
this is the Grim Reaper under symbolism. He is the rider of the pale horse in the Bible. That is the
yep,
fourth, and I
yeah.
believe the last.
The final rider of the apocalypse, the four
Yes.
horsemen, like famine, pestilence, war, and death in that order, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, death. This is the fourth. So he is the last. Now, I found out something interesting. Um, I actually found this out kind of recently. That flag he's holding, um, it's the flag of Yorkshire. And it was coming around, or I figured the reason why this is in this deck is it came around during the time that like Catholicism and Christianity was starting to spread a little bit more, and that's the flag he is actually holding. So that represents the crossover to Christianity and Catholicism. So interesting, huh? And then if you look behind him, you will see that there is a sun rising, and there's also two towers behind him.
Well, a lot of people don't understand, in my opinion,
Oh
what is the cycle of like life and death, like because death is inevitable. That's why it needs to be in tarot, is because it is the end of all things to begin,
no, totally,
and it is the
totally,
beginning of all
totally.
things that end.
And okay, real quick for everyone that is just popping in, just so you know, a quick just what we're doing. These are we're calling this the outsiders. Okay, so these are some
The
cards that,
Outcasts.
yeah, they kind of have bad reputations. They might turn people off right away. They're the cards no one wants to get during a reading. And we're talking about the misunderstandings of these cards and what they do mean, can mean, etc. And we're kind of gonna I'm gonna try to shift your position on these cards, okay, and open your mind to new
Alrighty.
meanings. So adjust common perception, and we're gonna discuss. Okay, so when I was thinking of adjusting my common perception of the death card, I thought of self awareness, okay, because oftentimes death is about cycles, okay, things that are ending and cycles that we go
Yeah.
through in our everyday life. And sometimes this can mean things ending like relationships, okay, it could mean things ending like a job, it could mean a few different things, okay. But I really thought, okay, so self-awareness could really bring someone in to be more aware of this card, right, death, because you're aware of the things that need to change. Change is one of the ultimate, one of the biggest kind of adjacent definitions with death, or kind of they go hand in hand because it's change is inevitable, just like death is inevitable. So
Yes.
my thoughts with the self-awareness, whatever you guys have to input here though, I'd like to hear, and then we'll move on to the next.
I mean, as death is inevitable, so is the beginning of life, and life is the whole cycle itself. Death is just the end of the cycle, which harkens in birth, which is the beginning of the cycle. And
Mm-hmm.
with all things, like something has to go ahead and die to let new thing like the fire in the forest, like it breeds new growth. And a lot of people misunderstand, like death is not the end, it's the beginning. It
Mm-hmm.
really is
And
one and the
it's
same.
that we could say it's the inevitable too, right? It's
Hmm.
something just like I said, just like change is always going to happen.
Yeah.
So will what? So will death.
Yep. I
All right.
mean, Al Capone once said the only
Al Capone, I
thing
love it.
the only thing you can avoid is death and taxes.
Yeah.
And
Oh no, it
some
sounds like my
people get to
dad.
avoid their taxes, but nobody gets to avoid death. Like that's
Uh,
coming to you.
that's something my dad would have said. That's funny.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
guys, we're gonna move on to the next card. Move it on. Give me a thumbs up if everyone's ready to roll.
Uh,
All right, this one's a fun one, guys. This one, and
okay.
it's one of the most notable cards in tarot. This is one that we always hear about, and people when they say, they're like, oh no, the devil, you know
The
um
devil.
the devil.
The devil.
The devil.
Whose ball is the devil?
All right, guys. Hey, I want some initial reactions when you look at the devil. Okay, so if you happen to have your tarot cards, go ahead, grab your card and look at it, and just type in the chat what your initial response is of the card. If you don't have your card, just look at your screen and off this image, tell me what pops out at you. There's no wrong answer. I want to
Uh,
hear your guys'
I've
input.
got a statement about this because if I look at the lovers card and I look at the devil card, there is an image that carries over between the lovers and the devil.
Interesting.
And in most decks, like I think if you look at the lovers and
There
you look at
is
the
some
devil,
carryover with some stuff. There
yeah,
is. Um, I will say this
you're gonna
though.
find the lovers chained beneath the devil in my card, at least in most cases, I
Yes,
think.
yes, they will be chained or hooked together
Yeah.
somehow.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm gonna blow your mind a little bit with that, with
Okay.
what you're talking about. Prepare to get your
Blow
mind blown.
that.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Listrin. Okay, and so opposition. We need opposition to grow. Ooh, I like that. That's awesome. That's actually
Uh,
fantastic.
to Helen back says,
Where there is
live
life, totally.
backwards is devil, and
Oh
I
yeah, it sure is.
totally
Good
agree.
job.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yes. Yes, 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 yes,
Hide the tequila.
absolutely.
You're a dork. I love that though. Opposition. We need opposition to grow. That's so fantastic. I so love that interpretation. You guys are great.
Uh,
Great, great, great.
we
Okay.
have the best
And hold
class.
on. You're preparing dinner but listening. Okay, when you get a chance, take a look at this hot devil on the screen. Tell me what you think of him, okay?
Uh,
So,
shit.
what happened?
I was looking at the YouTube side and not at the StreamYard side.
You dork.
My bad. My bad. I fucked it up.
You're weirdy.
Yep.
All right, so the devil. Okay, so interpretations and impressions. Okay, evil influence or evil taking over. Okay, sexually indecent, control and power, violence. These are just a few things that are kind of tied to the devil. Okay, especially to the card during readings, and you can see why. I mean, it doesn't doesn't make me feel warm and
Kumamoto.
cozy. I'll say I don't feel like I want to go out and cuddle him or anything. Okay, so this is where this gets really fun, okay, and interesting. So the illustration of this particular devil, okay, this one right here, was illustrated for slash of it's a illustration of Baphomet. I don't know if anybody in here knows who Baphomet is. I do want to kind of test that, see if there's anyone in here who might know who Baphomet is
I am
or has heard
very
of it,
familiar.
anything.
I'm very familiar with the primevals, so I know Diablo, Baphomet, Baal, and Mephisto very well, like very well. So I understand like the symbolism of hedonism in
Hi,
the devil
Madcore.
card. Sup, Madcore
Mm.
mofo.
He looks like he has power over those under him.
He
Perfect,
does. He
perfect,
does. He
perfect.
does. He does have power over
Beautiful, and
him.
that's a very that is a very nice traditional interpretation too. So very good observation. Okay, so no one knows who Baphomet is? Come on, y'all.
Come
Come
on,
on.
y'all.
I gotta have an occultist in here somewhere or something. Come on, someone.
I mean, it might
Um,
be the person right next to you on the panel who understands the occult
this
very
card
well.
tells you it's time for. Oh, good one. Okay, so this card tells you it's time for self reflection. Very interesting.
That is very interesting, actually.
Okay, so Baphomet this image of Baphomet, okay, was created by a guy that I call Levi. Okay, so Levi had a huge influence on tarot when it came to like our generation, because he came around during the late 1800s into the 1900s, and he made a real push for divination, or for the cards to start being used as divination. He was one of the ones who kind of really pushed it in this generation. Anyway, he made this. There you go. Look, Lady Autumn Sky. There
Yeah,
you
Lady
go.
Autumn Sky is actually nailing it right now. Like,
Worship by the Knights Templar. Yes, that's who Baphomet
Baphomet was,
was
yes.
said to be. And there's actually documentation of someone with that name from their records at that time, which is like just very fascinating to me. That's a whole other story. But oh, just overslept. I feel lost waking up. Oh, it's okay. You're fine. Okay, so moving on with this. So okay, so illustrate for Baphomet, the chain demon. So a lot. These are actually demons, the male and female. A lot of people don't know this. Okay, the
Hmm.
chained demons, one male and female. If you look at the photo, they each have a tail, so they are
Yeah,
actually demons.
they have
And
a flaming tail, no less. Like,
yes,
their
so
tails are on fire.
you did mention the lovers. The lovers aren't demons though
Yeah,
in their
they're
cards.
not.
They don't have
They're
tails.
human, but they're not. But it's the same image with the tails added in my deck specifically. Like, and I love the fact that my deck is actually drawn in traditional respect, but at the same time, it's very unique in its own regard. Of like, for instance, the Five of Cups is very different in my deck. It's also drawn in the
Yes,
tradition
seriously.
of the RWS, like tarot. But yes, yes,
Differences set
this
aside. Interesting. Yes.
these are two chain demons. Uh,
Yep,
and
they
in
have
my deck,
tails.
they both have they both have tails. The male tail is on fire, and the female tail is of the Pentacles variety. It's it's a flower,
It
honestly.
kind of does look like one, doesn't it?
Yep.
A little bit, a little
And
bit.
I mean, there's a bit of like symbolism there with like growth and death, like, and that's how the devil got that power.
Okay. So again, these are actually chain demons, one male, one female, and this beast is actually modeled after a satyr. I'm sure you guys know what a satyr is. It's
But if we
that.
don't, explain it for us
Okay,
because
so like satyr, my best my best description of a satyr is well, it's from I don't know if it's Greek history, or I want to say it's Greek.
mythology.
Like, yeah, Greek
Yep.
mythology.
Yep.
But they are a cross between human and goat, or human and horse, something like
Hmm.
that. And this was a rendition of the beast, but a bit different when they decided to make this image of the devil. Okay, their
Which I
inspiration was
believe,
was satyr like, is
yeah,
what it was noted to be.
goat human and seductive. I think is what Listrin
Go.
said, and
I got a
Listrin
real
nails
fear of
it.
goat man. I'm not gonna lie over there. I got to fuck
I'm not
that.
gonna lie. The devil first appeared in the Bible as a
Ooh, I like
snake,
this.
but he
Seductive, I
became
think.
later to appear as a half goat, half human. Uh,
Totally.
not as a satyr is very similar to a centaur in that
Yeah.
regard. They're a woodland spirit, and they're of the earth and not of the gods, but they're gods in their own right, like demigods specifically speaking.
Now, this is another interesting fact. Okay, according to Waite, who was the creator of the RWS, what we use
Hmm?
every day now in tarot, the Holy Grail. According to Waite, the devil is actually sitting on an altar. So how freaking weird and messed up is that? I guess not weird though necessarily, considering some people would view, they would say, that if you have a certain deity that you worship or something, you have them on your altar, that you're worshiping the devil. But I just found that so fascinating that he's actually Wade said that he is actually sitting on an altar in this depiction.
There is a
Okay,
case to
dokie.
be made for it because if you're actually looking at my deck, for instance, that you see what they're chained to, right? Right down here
Mm-hmm.
at the bottom, he is
Mm-hmm.
sitting upon that
Mm-hmm.
exact implement that they are chained to. So, and it's
It's an
very clear
altar.
in mine, but
You
it's
can see
not
it
so
really well.
clear.
You mean?
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so
Whereas if you
let's.
look at it on this one, it's a little bit harder to notice that they're chained to this altar and the devil sits upon it.
Yes. However, it is said that they can leave whenever they want.
Oh yeah, I
That that
mean,
that. Okay, so let's adjust our common perceptions about the devil. Okay, the devil. When I see a devil in a reading, it really is context for me. Depending on what the other cards are around and how I'm vibing the person I'm reading for. Um, So for me, I'm taking it to gender and sexual exploration slash liberation. Okay, because I have often found this card to show up with single women in particular who maybe haven't dated in a long time, haven't gone out and maybe messed around or had some fun, and it's kind of like you need to cut loose. That's when this card will pop up sometimes during a reading for someone, and which is complete opposite of what it's traditionally meant to represent, right? So it is context to show you just how else this could be interpreted, how to open up your perspective of this image. Okay, so like I said, oftentimes I've gotten this card or drawn this card for folks that just need to cut loose and maybe be a little selfish.
I mean,
Sins of the flesh, you know?
it literally comes down to the concept of, yeah, hedonism, sins of the flesh. And sometimes people just need to be a little more human, and that involves a little more hedonism in their lives. Some people are just too pure.
Totally.
Like Suzanne Eckstein is one of these people that I would just say is a touch too pure, but at the same time is also one of my biggest fans. Like, so I
She
don't
likes me
know,
because
like,
she sent me stuff in the mail. I'm supposed to get it tomorrow, so
mm,
shush. I'm her favorite too. Okay,
apparently
I'm
you're
her
her real
favorite
favorite.
too. Just kidding.
She ain't never sent me shit. Like,
Oh, shush. All right, so moving on, guys. Moving on. All right, so where's John D at? Oh shit! Hold
where is
on.
John D?
I totally skipped his freaking card. Hold on.
Oh
Hold
damn,
on. I have to stop. I gotta stop sharing and then go all the way back in. He
I
cursed
think
me.
John D
He
showed up
cursed me.
because I told him that if he was gonna fight me, I was gonna nuke him from orbit, and he didn't want to
He's
fight, so
fine.
he might have got quiet. John D, just so you know, I never had beef with you, dude. Like for real, for real. But I'm also not gonna let you go ahead and be
Okay.
a pestilence on our community. Like
He
I
no,
don't want to
he's
fight this dude. I
behaving.
don't want to fight this. Yeah, I don't
I
want to
know,
fight
but
him.
he's cool. He's behaved.
He's fine. He's
It's
fine.
don't say like our community. It's everyone. It's everyone who's here is
That's
their
what I mean.
community.
Our
You know that.
community, like his community, your community, my community. This is our space. I'm not banning you, dude. Like just chill, bruv. But John
Okay,
D is
hold
still
on.
here. Look at
Is
him.
he okay? Good.
He
So
said
hold
ban me,
on.
and I won't.
Hold on. I literally it's like
I love
we
you,
went through all
dude.
that.
I really
I got
do.
to his card and it stopped. So ridiculous. Okay, here we go. All right, hold on. Let me skip. So this one, there's some really interesting facts coming up too. Okay, so we did death. We just finished up with the devil. Okay. Where to
The
next? The
tower.
tower. Card number 16 in the tarot. Okay, guys. So if you have your tarot deck nearby, go ahead and take out your tower card and give it a really good gander. Okay. So everyone that has your deck, go ahead, whip it out, take a look at this card, okay? I want to hear your initial impressions when you first see it. Type it in the chat. Again, there is literally no wrong answer. Um, and if you don't have a deck with you, you could just look at take a look at the photo that I added to the
I
slide.
might have made a comment about the tower because the tower is clearly on fire. It's been struck and inflamed, and people are diving out the windows. And that might have been the comment that I made about the tower itself. Is like people are abandoning it specifically because, well, I wouldn't want to be inside a structure that's on fire myself either. But if you look at them, they look like they're jumping, don't they?
Hold on, you say that? Yes, they are jumping. They actually are. Hold on, let me read this real quick. Pass asked me to read this. Okay, hold on. For the fact that the arm is down, seemingly lightning um lighting the tail. You know, it's funny that you observed that. That was one of the very first observations I've made with the devil card. That's so interesting that you observed that. Okay, seemingly lighting the tail on the male means something like first option, or maybe there is no waiting where the female is secondary option, or hold off. Yeah, that's a really like fascinating actually observation and interesting kind of interpretation. So I would say, yeah, that could it's totally possible. I kind of would want to talk more about that. I'm going to think about that too. I'll sit on that and come back to you with what I think, because that's kind of a whole lot to ingest in regards to that card. But thank you for the input, because now I'm going to be thinking about that later. So, but I will answer you more thoroughly about that. Change course or accept consequences. That's a good one. Okay, Miami. Let's see what you got. Abandoning a bad or dangerous situation.
I love
That
that. I
is
love that.
that's a you have like a very nice
Nailed it.
academic interpretation. Good job, Miami.
Nailed it.
Very good. Okay, so let's go through the tower. Initial impressions, interpretations. Okay, so destruction, chaos, upheaval, sudden change, life changing. Okay, so I also want to add theatrical. Okay, sometimes when I see this card, it's like, oh gosh, you know what I mean? Because some people like, if you know
It's
someone
a
who like
show.
thinks that their whole world's falling apart all the time,
Yeah.
this is a card that might show up a lot for them as well. So I want to add a little bit of maybe drama in there as well.
Dramatic.
Okay.
Dramatic. Yeah. Dead
Now
ass because
the symbolism on the tower is actually insane. I could have done 2 more pages on this. Okay, this is just some of the things. Okay, so
we're gonna do it right now. Like
the
100%.
tower represents power and status, but also you got to remember, it also represents a form of stability or where you feel safe. Okay, the lightning bolt. Now, everyone, take a look at that lightning bolt right up top. Okay,
Yeah. And the
now
crown.
a lightning bolt is
Notice both
actually.
of these things
So
because
a
the
lightning
crown
bolt,
is toppling
it's
from the
being
tower.
blown off. It's being
Yeah,
blown
it's
off
being blown off. Yes.
by this
Hmm.
lightning bolt. Okay. Now a lightning bolt is actually sudden light slash awareness. Okay, that's the symbolism translation of it. Okay. Now the crown, as a lot of you probably know, is a symbol of power, a symbol of esteem. Okay. Um, it's blown off. Okay, right at the get. So we already have, what's the first thing that's happening here is a loss of power. Okay. So this crown is being totally just kind of popped off by this lightning strike. Okay. Now, this is so fascinating. If you look at this card, do you see the 22 flames that are in the background? There are 22 flames in the background of this card. And the 22 flames are twofold in their meanings. Okay. It represents the 22 majors. Okay. But it also, there's a
Okay,
big
so
reference to Kabbalah, which is like the 22 paths to enlightenment in the Kabbalah, which is, Hebrew, um, in origin. So there's a real double meaning there. And then also, I want you to take note. I didn't add this on here, but take note of the clothing that the people are wearing. Do you notice something about their clothes? If anyone could spot it, just type it in the chat or let me know.
I'm not gonna lie. In my deck, there are 22 raindrops and two flames
Really
in the
interesting.
background.
Very
Yes,
interesting.
which is I think is a definite difference. Like clearly, because I counted them. It's like, oh, 22 specifically, very specifically. And they're all raindrops on the flaming tower, like
Mhm. Okay,
symbolization of like putting
I
the
I want to know
putting the
if
flame out.
anyone notices the clothing of these people who are jumping out the window. They name something that they have in common with their clothing.
Hmm.
No one got it yet.
Nope,
What color is their clothing? Oh,
it's
hold on.
blue.
Like I think John D got it.
It's blue.
Yes, they're both blue. Okay, and it's actually supposed to be, which it's supposed to represent kind of like a higher class at that time when it was made. The card and everything.
Yeah, eminence.
Um, so the fact that they're being blown out of their tower is like really outrageous. Okay, so it's kind of like the hierarchy is being chopped off from the legs or from the knees, and they're being kind of, it's being utterly destroyed.
Hey, well, rally sport.
Okay, so there's tons of symbolism in here. Like I said, I could actually keep going. There was so much with the tower card. I was fascinated. There was a lot more than I even
Absolutely.
thought. Okay, so adjusting our common perception. So the biggest question I have at the end of like really opening my mind about adjusting how I feel about the tower is, where do you feel safe? That's the question that this poses, because these people felt very safe in their tower, right? And then another question I would pose is, um, because if we think of that lightning bolt as sudden light, okay, awareness, that could be a translation for the card. You have to have a sudden awareness of your surroundings, okay, or having a sudden awareness of, whatever you built, whatever your foundation looks like, your beliefs, because I've often said sometimes when when doing a reading and the tower comes up, it's sometimes this is just outgrowth of our beliefs. So this destruction is happening, but really that lightning bolt is awareness coming down to you. And it wasn't built that good anyway, right? What do I always say? Burn it down and build it again. So
Hmm. Do I need to address this in the chat right
hold on,
now?
what's up?
Because I mean, you can see it. Like, I'm
Hold
trying to
on.
be polite. I am trying to be polite, but this just keeps coming up, and I don't want to address that
I
yet.
got it. I
There we
got
go.
it.
There we go. Like, because I'm not gonna be the one. This is not my fucking house. I don't
I know.
tell
I got it.
people, but I, I I swear to you, don't fucking pick a fight with me. Like, it's not necessary. You're being a child right now. Stop.
Hey,
Stop it.
it's tarot class.
Get slapped.
That's that. It's tarot
Yep.
class. So John D,
Goodbye.
chill.
Goodbye.
Okay,
Yep.
hold on.
It's
So
been got.
next, okay, onward to some of the miners of the tarot of the tower. Okay, so
Yeah.
now we're gonna look at some miners that are considered kind of outcast type cards. Okay, so I'm sure everybody has seen this image before. I even people who don't read tarot, I see this on people's shirts all the time nowadays, on purses everywhere. Okay,
I
so
love the Three of Swords personally.
do
Like,
you like what I put? Three of Swords.
yeah.
Kiss, love, goodbye, JK. I'm all just
Mwah.
kidding. So this is a little bit of the kiss of death, during a love reading. For some
It's
people,
a
they might
it's
freak
a
out.
betrayal card.
They'll freak out as soon as they see
Mm.
it. However, this is actually not the card you want to be afraid of. You want to look out for the Three of Cups if you're trying to see if someone's being faithful or
Nope.
not. Just saying.
Well, I'm just saying, to me personally, the Ace of Swords is way more terrifying than the Three of Swords. Like, and no, Will Rose, but you're fine. Like, John D clearly wanted to pick a fight with me,
Hold on.
and
The one on the right
I'm not,
looks like he or
I'm
she
not
is
gonna
weak.
engage. You call me weak all you want,
No, he's
bro.
he's he's on his mission.
Yep,
Not a mission right now. But that's here nor there. It's not for
you're
tarot
fine. You're
class.
fine, dude. Like,
Okay,
you're just homie.
so tarot. Sorry, hold on. Did
Mm.
someone call it voodoo?
Mm.
Look what Miami put. Tarot, not voodoo.
Yeah. Okay, you're fine. Like,
No,
sorry.
you're good. You're good, Rally. No, you're
Yep, you're
fine. I
fine.
was
You're
just I
fine.
was just chuckling.
Yep,
Uh,
me too.
Clumsy is streaming to her channel too. Okay, I thought
Yeah,
you meant
I
me.
mean
No,
this is
no, no, no. You're
Clumsy's
totally
channel.
fine. You're fine.
I'm restreaming this on my channel because I am a
It's a
part of
new
Terror Class.
feature,
It is
and
a
it's
new
a new
feature from
feature.
StreamYard, and I
Mm-hmm.
can just go ahead and broadcast this to my audience on my channel so that we can
Oh
spread
yeah,
the word around.
like this video too, please. If you're
Yes,
watching, I would appreciate
like
it.
this. Come to Clumsy's channel, Clumsy Clairvoyance, and show her some love. Give her a like, a subscribe. Do all the YouTubey things that go ahead and put this out there. We're over 500 and looking for 500,000. Let's go. Let's
Oh yeah, I'll take
go.
that. I'll take that. Okay.
I mean, I
Okay,
think
so
it'd be
initial
great.
initial impressions and interpretations. Okay, heartache, emotionally wounded, sorrow, a lost relationship, unexpected or accidental death, believe it or not, and rejection. Okay. Now take a look at the symbolism. The Three of Swords is a pretty cool looking card, you have to admit, right? With the swords and daggers
Oh,
straight
yeah.
through, and then you got the rain. Okay, so the clouds and rain is the setting. Okay, meaning once those daggers go through, out comes the storm right after. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
No, this is something I kind of find interesting. If you know that,
I want to stop you right there because I think the storm precedes the daggers. Like,
I could agree. I could
it
agree
it
possibly
definitely
with that.
comes
Yeah.
first.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
that's
then
why it's the
then the
background,
down
the setting.
comes.
Yeah, yeah, because you get stuck when you're in your most actual vulnerable place, and in a storm would be the most vulnerable that you could be in that regards of just like already being strung out and strung up, and then you get betrayed. Stick, stick, stick. Yeah. So I do think before the betrayal comes the storm.
I forgot to ask you guys, what are your initial feelings or thoughts visually from this card? And to Rally, it's just stuff I've never seen tarot cards before. Well, you'll see a lot of them here, and you don't have to be intimidated by them. There's people who come into class, though they don't have a deck. It really is something that everyone can relate to. They can have fun in the class. They can participate in the exercises, and you learn a lot about yourself and others
Oh, yeah,
during these kind of exercises, readings, the
absolutely.
classes. And then if you want to also learn tarot, you'll do that as well.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
hold on one moment, please. Look at Miami. Mm. Magical. I can be two places at once, but only in tarot class. Be back in chat after dinner. Okay, sounds good. All right.
Love it.
So one thing I did want to say is note the temperature of a heart. Right, it's warm. Okay, we all know that. But it demonstrates the fierceness of these daggers. Right. Okay.
Ooh,
Of each blade. What?
T3. Hi. T3 says I identify with a betrayed heart that refuses to die. That is the Three of
Ooh,
Swords.
very nice.
Stabbed,
That's
stabbed, and stabbed again, but does not give up. Like, keeps being the heart that it is. So strong, so resilient. I love that from you, T3. Like, and I love that energy from her because she does have at least one dagger from my own hand that was stuffed into her heart, and uh, in the big fight that we had, and I'm gonna go ahead and shoot without saying too much. Like I was a shitheel. I was a shitheel to her when she was being the best to me
to
because
who?
uh Shelly
To T
T3.
three.
Yeah, I was a fucking goddamn monster,
Look
and
what she
and
put, and I love you
and I
anyway.
love you anyway. Yes, like that is why
It
she
is what
is
it
the
is.
big heart
Everyone
that
gets.
refused to die. I shoved that knife deep in there, and she was just like, "Yeah." She pulled it back out and handed it back to me. And was like, "Stab me again." And all I could
Oh,
think was, "No, I won't." And that's why I haven't since then. But yeah, we had a moment in time where I betrayed, and she loved me anyway. Even though I was the worst, she was actually the best. And that is
that's
why
why,
T3
and
Shelly
that's why it's
is
good to have
right there
grace
as one of
with
my best friends.
everyone, even those that make you angry. Try to have grace. At the
I'm
same time,
salty. I'm
we
not
all have our
really a
limits. I get it.
salty.
It's all a balance. It's all a balancing act.
Yeah.
Hold on, I want to address what Miami said real quick. It
Hmm.
feels like I've given someone three chances. Bad me.
Yeah,
So
three straight.
I love that. I love it. Absolutely. I can totally vibe this, see this. Totally. Oh, Toy Box Rain. TMI. But I'm glad you're here. You missed like some of the best cards. You're gonna have to go back and replay. Um, okay, so I want to ask you guys this. When I was thinking of adjusting our common perceptions of the Three of Swords, okay, I want to ask everyone if you anticipate the pain, does it hurt less? I want to hear everyone's answers in the chat. Type them in the chat. So if you anticipate the pain, does it hurt less?
No, it doesn't. It actually hurts more.
Okay, I want to hear everyone else's answers though. I'm surprised I have Three of Swords. Who is the shouting voice? Is it me? Am I shouting? Or is it Darth? I'm sorry if I'm shouting. Okay. Now, what I do want to comment about, hold on, depends on who it is, but I'm going to say more. Okay. I think everyone's kind of in agreement there, which I was surprised by. So I do want to I want to add my own commentary for the Three of Swords. Okay. what I can appreciate about the Three of Swords is because there's some other cards that you'll see throughout tarot that aren't as apparent as the Three of Swords when it comes to maybe feeling betrayed or heartbroken. Okay, and the Three of Swords, I always say the Three of Swords, at least it's there. You can see it. It's not trying to be hidden. It is what it is. The heartbreak or betrayal, sorrow, rejection, whatever it is, at least it's out there and it's there to be seen. It's there to be felt. It feels more as though this Three of Swords has a better chance of healing the more, of course, that you accept those emotions, right?
I find the Three of Swords fascinating because this might be the biggest deviation from the RWS deck that my deck does, because my Three of Swords
I'm sorry, I'll stop
is
shouting.
is basically a cherub with two swords in its back and one sword on its as an arrow on its bow. So it's like a cupid in a sense. Two swords in the back, one on the string of the bow, and it's a whole different vibe from what the traditional vibe of the Three of Swords is, and it helps me understand it better. Like, even though I've been stuck repeatedly, I'm still gonna keep shooting, and I love that. I love that about my deck specifically, like the mystical medleys deck, because it does hold true to. Oh dear, oh dear, this one.
All right, everyone ready for the Five of Cups? You can give me a
Nope.
thumbs up or not because we're going to the Five of Cups. All right, guys. So I have a personal vibe with this card recently.
So do
Okay,
I.
the
So do
Five of
I.
Cups, the eternal crybaby? Question mark. This is the card. So this card traditionally will be listed as you'll see as we'll go over it as quote crying over spilled milk. So oftentimes when I see this, I'll ask myself, am I being a big old crybaby, or am I not being maybe enough of a crybaby? Maybe I'm not crying and I need to cry. Okay, so again, if you guys do have your deck, go ahead and pull out this card, please. The Five of Cups. And I want to just go ahead and type in the chat. I want initial responses from what you're looking at. Okay. If you don't have a deck, just look on your screen. Of course, look at the actual card. Um, and there's no wrong answers. Just give me your initial thoughts and feelings when you see this card, what you think or what stands out to you. Okay.
I'm gonna actually I'm pretty sure I've got a picture of my Five of Cups because it was very, very profound to me, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. So you can see the Five of Cups in the traditional RWS deck on Clumsy's presentation, but
Mm-hmm.
there's a very significant difference in my Five of Cups to everyone else's, and I think it adds a significant amount of context to the like what the card really means. Okay, there it is. Yeah, that's the one. I knew I had a picture of it because it was really very fucking profound to me. I just sent it to you on Discord,
Oh, I'm looking at it.
but there is a
Oh
very
yes,
heavy
I love
difference.
that. I
Yes,
do remember this
yes,
now. Yeah.
this,
When we're
and
when
this
we're
is
done
why
with
this
when we're
yeah
done
this is
with the
why this
exercise,
card
I'm gonna
hits
share
me
that.
super hard.
I'll share that photo. The mirror,
Hmm.
right? I love it.
The mirror,
I
yes,
took. I totally forgot about that.
yes,
Okay,
because
Miami stuck in my head and in my feelings. Okay,
yes, morning by the
that's a
riverside, like
very good observation, Mike G. Very good.
yeah.
It's actually you're pretty dead on there.
Hmm.
Um, Okay, so let's jump into the five. That way we can do the fun exercises after. Okay, so sorrow over past events to be, and literally you will see this like in old interpretations of this card. It says crying over spilled milk, like with the like literally spot crying over spilled milk.
Hmm.
Failure to see the good, loss, defeated, grief. So this is a card that I no gets this reputation of, kind of like being a don't be a crybaby, you're crying over spilt milk, but
Hmm.
this card can really represent grief and
It can.
depression and of real loss. So um it's keep that in mind when and if you ever draw this card. The symbolism here is very interesting as well. Okay, so you know the figure, and this is a good point to why the standard traditional meaning is crying over spilt milk. Note the figure. If you look at this card, still has two cups behind him or her. Do you see that?
Yep.
There's
That
still
are
two
still upright,
cups.
and three that
Yes,
are down.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
And I
yes.
got
So
that.
the thought here is, oh, but you still have two behind you. Okay. And then another thing, if you guys draw your attention to the river in the middle, someone already, I think it was Mike, that noticed the water. Good
Yeah.
eye. So the river flowing in front of the figure. Okay, the river leads to this bridge back here. The bridge is supposed to lead to safety, but this figure never gets there because they're too busy being a crybaby butt, or not.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a or not. So
That's why I like my deck's interpretation of this card more than the traditional interpretation because there is a clear difference, and that difference makes all the difference.
mhm.
It's a slight variation, but that mirror in front of the face and
Yeah,
no
that's a
reflection
fantastic
back,
card.
yeah, it really is because it helps go ahead and quantify like what are you sad about? It's literally you looking back at you. It really is. And if you understand that like all things are fleeting and temporary and you look within yourself, like you'll realize what does and doesn't matter. And that's why crying over spilled milk is kind of innocuous problem in my opinion. Like I don't know how to word it
It still doesn't
correctly.
negate the loss of the three in front of you.
No, it definitely doesn't.
Yes. Gotcha. So if I turn around and realize I still have two cups left, then maybe it's not so bad. And that is a good approach to take too. That's why I'm saying this is very subjective. But it's good to have these more to adjust our thinking with this when we're doing readings, and when we're exploring what these cards mean to certain individuals, to ourselves, etc. So that's a great observation as well. Heidi wrote, from your deck, it seems like a person in mourning to me, like someone might have died at clumsy clairvoyance. I remember this with the cups, though. Still two up, though. So hope. So hope is still there. Okay, very nice. That's
Yes,
perfect. Love it. And then Miami
that's
said, "Wow,
great.
I'm on phone and didn't read what's on the card. What do you mean? I'm confused.
I
What's
mean,
that
there's
mean?"
nothing on the card. Like, there's some stuff on
Maybe
this
she means like she
presentation.
saw it before we said it. I don't know. Okay, so for discussion, is there a wrong way to grieve? I know everyone's answer, but it's an interesting question because we see people do grieve differently, and we can have a
There,
whole other subject on that.
there is something
And
I
there's people who
noticed
don't grieve that
about this
implode
card.
instead.
If you look in the background right behind the man standing in black grieving, like you see a bridge there,
Hmm.
and there is only water going through one eye of that bridge, so it looks like it's crying. It looks like a tear. That might be something so subtle that nobody notices it, but it caught my attention, like the one eye crying.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that actually means a lot to me because sometimes I can't feel all the way. I can only feel halfway. I can only mourn halfway, and even if it's just water under the bridge, it's
So
still kind of relevant to
And
me.
Mike takes a really realistic,
Yeah, Mike
analytical
Go
view on
Hagen is
this.
actually one of my favorites for that reason. Can't
Can't
change
change
the
the
past.
past.
There's no value in dwelling on it. The only thing you can do is learn from it or not. And that actually hits really hard with what my Five of Cups interpretation is because it is the hooded figure, the cloaked man, holding up a mirror to himself, like, because there is no point in dwelling on it. Like,
I'm gonna
this is
pull it
within you.
up actually.
Yeah,
Hold
please
on. Let
pull
me
it
pull
up.
it up real quick.
Please do that.
Hold up, because I have it. Let me pull it up real fast.
Yep. This is my Five of Cups, y'all. So
Um,
it's a little different. It's a little bit out of the norm, but it's actually like open in
okay,
browser
hold
is the best
please.
way to do this image. Like,
I can't do it. Hold
I'll
on.
do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Hold on.
Okay,
Open in browser. Correct. Jump back to StreamYards. Correct. Present. Easy peasy. Japanese share screen. Go ahead.
okay. What do I do to take your screen? Will it
Oh,
do it?
no, no.
Oh, okay.
The moment it comes up on my screen, I'm lagging just a little bit because my browser is falling apart. But Brave tab, that, share. There we go. Now you just gotta give these people the image.
All right,
Yeah,
guys. There
that's
you go.
my Five of Cups. And you see
From
that the
his.
cups, three cups down, two cups still up, but he's holding that mirror to his face
You
and
can see the.
looking into it to understand himself. Like, this is an introspective card in my book. I mean, I read the Five of Cups as vain regret. I mean, that
Don't
is
just
why.
just don't get stuck in thinking it's that all the time because
Yeah,
you could it could actually be grief because
it
this
could be.
could be very very true
It
in
could be
some regard.
introspective. Yes,
Yeah.
and that's why I love my Five of Cups because it gives a little more context. Like, yeah. Oh wow, I wrote that before seeing the Earth's card. Yes, you did. You did, and this is the difference between my non-traditional tarot deck, but still in the same
Well,
spirit of the
it's based on
tradition.
a
Like,
traditional deck though.
it is, and that is why I love it. Like, because it gave me like when the Five of Cups comes up in readings with me, like I think of it more as like an introspective grief. Like, yeah, everything is going wrong right now, but I have to see like what that actually does in real life. John D is dead ass. It suits me, and it does. It really does suit me like big time. So I'm gonna just let that one go. Let all you
Okay.
thank y'all for fucking checking that out. Why no, man? You still want to fight me, dude? Like,
Hold on. Who's
I swear
fighting?
to God,
Hold on.
I
I'm
thought
sharing the.
you had learned your lesson. Dude, like I don't want to fight you.
No,
Just leave me
jeez.
the
Just knock it
just fucking
off.
chill, bro.
Why you being that way,
Yeah, just
dude?
fucking chill,
Come
bro.
on.
Please. Oh, you want to get
Hold
nuked?
up.
Like I'll fucking do it, but this is not my house. Okay, well, yeah.
Hold
I
up.
mean,
Okay, I got it back on.
heard enough out of you. Heard enough out of you. Bye. I won't. I don't have to. You're done, son. Fuck out of here with your fucking childish. I fucking hate petulant children. You're a grown ass adult. Stop being a jackass. Please. Please. I'm begging you at this point. This is my happy place. Knock it off. I saw what happened to an idiot that didn't back down from Darth a few months ago. Yeah. And I don't want to do this shit. I don't want to be this
John
person.
D, why would you do
You
that
want it
here
from me.
anyway?
You want to
It's
evoke the savage in me like I promise you, you're not gonna like it, cause
All right, let's move on though.
yeah,
Let's move on
yep,
because
yeah. Please,
I want to.
please. Let's
This is a
next
super good
card,
class,
please.
and it's a lot of good answers. Everyone's giving fantastic input, by the way. And please like the video; I'd appreciate it.
Hmm.
Okay, this card is
Me
better.
too.
Like Mike likes your card better. Um, so and everyone, someone, I think it might have been Listrin, had an interesting comment about grief.
Oh
I
yeah.
want to pull up it real quick because it was interesting to me. Okay, because I said, "Is there a wrong way to grieve?" And Listrin wrote, "If your grief or lack of grief hurts people, that's wrong."
I
And
mean,
I thought that was a curious comment. And I was just
I
going to
do,
ask
I
you
do, I
to
do, I
expand
do.
upon that because I'm not sure if I get it, but it's
Yeah.
interesting.
I,
I was like, hmm.
I do get it because sometimes you can get stuck in your grief or lack thereof. Like if you show no emotion, when my grandfather died, for instance, I did not shed a single tear because we had spent so much time together as two humans, like grandfather and grandson, that when he was gone, I mourned the loss because it was a huge loss to me. But at the same time, like I knew he was better off leaving us. Whereas sometimes like you can get stuck in your grief and just mourn too much, too hard, too long, and you can destroy relationships with people doing either of these things, which is why I think Listrin said like uh is there a correct standard for grievance? No, there really is not. I don't believe there is. Sometimes losses hit you harder than other losses. Like, I mean, my grandfather, to give
Yes,
context
and
to my
then well,
story,
and that's why we go back. So, like Mike
yeah.
G says, that shows. I love that Mike G likes your card better. He says it shows clearly what's on the other side of the bridge. Like
Hmm.
he likes that things are very defined.
Yeah.
Um, and Mike G is someone that if he was reading my cards, he would see the Five of Cups and be like, "You're probably just being a crybaby, clumsy. Come
Yeah.
on." And that would probably maybe what I need to
It
hear,
might be true. It might be true.
or maybe not. It just depends on,
Yeah.
of course, where the person's at, etc. But I appreciate these views, and they're all. I just want you guys to know they're all valuable, really. And when we learn from each other, that's the expansion that happens, and that's kind of what tarot allows all of us to do. That's why I'm, such a. That's why I fangirl for tarot so hard.
I mean, Mike G just made a very profound statement that loss is the worst thing in life, in his
Yes,
opinion.
and this is a card that would show up
Yeah.
if you had a loss, a really tough
Right.
one at that.
And I tend to agree with him based on the fact that the only thing that we don't get back is what we've lost. Like our time, our loved ones, our friends, like once they're gone, you don't get to have them back. So they are the greatest losses because money, okay, I can go ahead and gamble away $100,000 right now, tonight. I've got that capacity to do so, and I can make it back. But if I have a friend go ahead and do something stupid, for instance, I don't get to get that back. And I've had to actually suffer both these types of losses. There is a significant difference between losing things and losing people and losing like even a part of yourself, for instance. Like, uh,
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a whole nother topic that we could talk
hmm
about. That you just got me on thinking of something else when you said that.
yeah,
I'm
my
okay,
bad.
Heidi. I don't see
I
anyone
tangent.
causing issues. Wherever you are, please leave
No,
darkly
you
and
don't. You
please
don't
am
see
not
him
here.
anymore.
Makes my tummy
He has
hurt.
been
You're so sweet,
dismissed.
Heidi. You're so sweet, Heidi.
Heidi's dope.
Um,
Like,
loss is what we're saying. Okay. Oh yeah. By the way, thank you for being new here. I appreciate it.
oh, Will
Okay. So
Raleigh
this.
Sport, I think is watching through my restream
Oh well,
because
thank you
that
for being
link,
new over there
that
or over here,
chain.
whichever.
I mean, Heidi's on the chain. Will Raleigh Sports
Heidi's
on the
such a
chain. Later
sweetie. I
on,
love her.
Sky's on the chain. Like everybody I see is linked and is watching
Oh,
either you or me
Ashley.
both. Mm, I'm gonna
You just got
Toy
outperformed, Toy
Box.
Box.
Toy
I'm
Box.
sorry, but
I'm
John
gonna
D
pin you.
is trying to outshock.
I'm gonna pin you down and have my way with you, Toy Box. But we'll take care of that later. So, uh, see that on Darth Hideous OnlyFans account, like Darth pinning Toy Box Brain and giving him issues, like all the issues, starting with
Okay.
Marvel #1.
Okay, you guys. So
Ugh.
this is the fun part. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna let me bust out. I got all the
Oh,
cards ready too.
are we doing
Okay.
exercises now?
Yes, this is time for
Oh
tarot
boy, this is my
exercises.
favorite part. This is my
I know
favorite
it's your
part of
favorite part.
all the classes. There is one card that didn't show up in this, and it might show up in the Outcasts uh volume 2. But Judgment
Hmm.
is a card that is very much misunderstood in my book, from
Yes,
my perspective.
that would be in a part two for sure.
Yes,
I
because
that
Judgment is a
that's why I
card
said
too.
the ones we went over today. So the these are the five cards we went over. Okay, so if you have a tarot deck, you could grab these cards now. Okay, it'd be the Five of Cups, the Tower, the Devil, Death, and the Three of Swords. Okay, so if you do have your tarot pack or your deck, you could go ahead and pull those out. Okay, if you don't, I am here to be your shuffler for the exercise. Okay, and I can pull a card for you if you don't have a deck.
3 of Swords,
So
5 of Cups, Tower, Devil, and Death. Right.
hold on, say it again. Three swords.
3 of Swords, 5 of Cups,
Yep, you got it.
Tower, Devil, and Death. Yes. Okay.
Yep, you got it.
I just want to make sure because I
You
know
got
I
it. You
gotta
got it.
pull these cards right out of my deck, and a couple of them are sitting on top because I've been looking at them.
Okay, guys,
A
so this
couple
is
of
the
them have
fun part.
gotten like
This is the fun
integrated.
part. Okay, so this is what we're going to do for our tarot question, okay? You're going to mix up all your cards, and this is going to be your question, okay? So we're gonna ask, ask your spirit guides, angels, come through, bring you light, and for truth. Okay, so first question: which one of these five outsiders are you more likely to avoid? Okay, so which one of these five outsiders, meaning those five cards we just went over, okay, are you more likely to avoid? Again, if you do not have a deck, go ahead. But you want to know, you want me to pull a card for you? Type me in the chat, and I will do that for you. Okay, just type me, and I will shuffle and draw a card for you.
I know what I think.
No, they're not. By the way,
I
Valley, you can get a pack for like $12 on Amazon.
Yeah, but you can also spend up to $50 on a really
Oh my
nice
gosh, the one
deck.
I
Like,
want's like the one I really want is $60. I was
yeah,
telling Suzanne about it the other day. I was like, I really want this card for my birthday. These cards, but they're expensive.
yep. I know that you're one to acquire a large amount of decks and then go ahead and give them away on your channel because they don't fit you. So it is a very much just like the deck that I'm holding right now was a deck that
Mhm.
didn't really hit properly with you, so you did a giveaway,
I know, but it's
and
so you.
it is so me. And even the only other person that was competing with me in this giveaway knew that it was meant for me. Like Steven, if you're listening on replay, shout out to you for not trying to go ahead and uh I mean compete with me to a point where you could take this from me because I think
Okay,
even
so
he
hold on.
knew at the moment
I'm
that
gonna
it was
pull for
meant for
Miami.
me.
I'm gonna start pulling for
Hmm.
people. You pull yours, okay? All right.
Yep.
So Spirit, please come through for Miami Spice. Which one of these five outsiders is Miami more likely to avoid? Which one is Miami more likely to avoid, Spirit? All right,
Some
Miami,
bitch.
the devil. She's like, what are you talking about? I'll take one all day. The devil, okay? And we can interpret this a few different ways. Like we could do, I kind of have my own theory about this card. I feel like you could attribute this to someone. from your past who maybe was into spirits a little too often. I think you catch me. But that could be part of it. So, which one of these five outsiders are you more likely to avoid? Would be the devil. Okay. Now, let me move on to Cat Ninja.
Hmm.
All right.
I
Just
hope
give me.
Cat Ninja gets the exact same card that I pulled for myself. Because I think Cat Ninja and I share an energy that is very completely
This is Cat
like
Ninja.
it's open and honest. So if Cat Ninja gets the same card that I got, that would just be hilarious to me.
Do me a favor, answer Listrin in the chat for me.
Hmm.
All right,
Which
Spirit
cards
Agents,
again?
guys, please come through
These are the
for Cat
Mystical
Ninja.
Medleys deck. It was created in the form of
Which one of these five
1930s
outsiders are to
tube
avoid?
animation in respect to traditional tarot. So that it's very much like a 1930s cartoon. That's my deck, and it's very much in the style of true tarot conditioning. So yeah, it's the best thing. Like for me.
There's some like, especially like the ones on Kickstarter. There's some badass ones for like
But
$100
yeah.
and stuff. But they're like badass decks, seriously. Okay. So Cat Ninja. Which one of these outsiders are you more likely to avoid? The five of cups. So maybe seeing people grieve could make you uncomfortable. That could be an interpretation of this. Okay. Um, or that you yourself might have a like an issue, like you don't like to grieve out loud. I would say. And hold on, dinner
Oh,
got prepared, but not my cards.
Mike Gilhagen actually made a very profound statement. He's always wanted a quality Ouija board, which is a spirit board, but to get a literal wood one from like the 1930s or the 1920s is almost impossible to do. I have looked and I can't find a spirit board pre 1980 available for sale anywhere. So to get a good high quality one, I'm not gonna lie to you, get the glass first and then make the board yourself. There you go.
Okay, you guys. Anybody else in chat want me to pull a card for them for this
What
question
did Cat
before we
Ninja
move on to
get?
the second one?
What did Cat Ninja
Cat
get?
Ninja got five of cups.
That's what I got. Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
and you
yes,
weren't
yes,
even
yes,
listening?
yes.
You're too busy listening to yourself, you
Well, I
dumb
was
dumb.
talking to the chat too much,
Did you hear what
and
I said about the five of cups?
I did.
Okay, good. Good job.
Hmm. That's perfect pull for Cat Ninja. We share energy very, very closely, and I try to avoid the Five of Cups energy for a very specific reason. I don't like mourning loss. I tend to just ignore it.
Hold on, Riley, did you want me to pull a card for you? Let me know.
Yeah,
Are
please
you
do. Please do.
accurate?
No, wait, no, wait, no, wait. I'm going to do a very special
Oh,
thing right now, and I'm going to pull a card
one of the
for
five.
Will
Yep.
Raleigh Sport. Yes. And it is. Da da da! It's the devil.
Okay.
That is what Will Raleigh Sport got out of
So
my
that
deck.
that's
Like
who
when I.
they're more likely to avoid.
Yeah. Avoid the hedonism, avoid the like.
And you got the
The worldly
five
things.
of cups, just like Cat
I
Ninja.
did. I did, yes. Correct. So I mean, if you want to pull up what the devil card in your deck actually is,
Oh,
and
what it
show
looks
them,
like, you mean?
but
Yes,
yeah,
here. Here is
because
your
you have the
traditional.
visuals.
There is your
Yes,
traditional. Hold on. Let me
the
make this.
devil.
I'll make it bigger. I'll make big.
Make big.
Make big. I make
Yes,
big.
this is card I pull for Will Rally Sport. Oh, cool, Frog's in the mix. Hi, Frog.
Hey, Go Frog.
That's my homie. Like that's one of my buddies, best friends.
All right. So now we're going to move on to next question. Our next
Moving
one.
on.
Next one.
Chat. If you want me to pull a card for you
Oh
instead of
yeah, he
clumsy,
can. Yep, he can totally
go
do it.
ahead. Go
Look
ahead
at
and say
him.
so.
You
Like,
want me to do it instead of
yeah.
clumsy?
If you
Trying to steal my
definitely,
thunder over here.
I'm not trying to steal your thunder, but I'm trying to give
I'm
them an
playing with you.
alternative. I'm trying to give them an alternative rock vibe, like, because some people do actually like when I pull cards for them. Like, Juju's one of them. She said when she told me like this flat out. When I pull cards for her, it's her favorite, and I laughed. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, ouchie dumpling. My friend. This is a very old friend of mine, Miss Ouchie, who is watching on my channel right now.
Oh, hello.
I'm gonna pull a
Welcome.
card for you, my dear. Which card are you most likely to avoid? Which was the
Which
last
outsider?
question. Yeah,
Which
which
outsider?
outsider? Out of the five that we're doing right now, and this one jumped right out. It's the Three of Swords. Three of Swords, the betrayal card.
Rejection or rejection?
Yep,
Yep.
rejected, betrayal. That's for you, Ouchie. Like you are the most likely to avoid being stabbed in the back. You're the most likely to avoid being yep.
Okay.
There you
So
go.
next question. Next one is we're gonna use the same five
Boom.
cards. Okay. Which one of these outsiders am I most comfortable with?
Which one am I most comfortable with?
This I like. This is really cool. It's going to give us a different perspective. Okay. So if you would like me to pull one for you, or Darth can also pull a card for you
Yeah,
guys, the question
absolutely.
is which one of these outsiders am I most comfortable with? Okay. Type me in the chat if you need us to pull a card for you.
This is funny for me because I don't actually believe that this is true, but at the same time, like that was the one that like spoke to me the most. Anybody want to know what I got? I'll wait. I'll hold this and put the suspense. Okay. Michael Hagan says pull it, Darth, which means I think he means pull my own, which I did just now. But if he wants me to pull one for him, like I can definitely do that. Suzanne definitely wants a card pulled for her.
Yeah, go ahead. I love Miami. You're so cute. She said, the spirit guides brought you here. I love you. That's right. And then I'll do Miami. I'll do Miami's. You do Suzanne's. Okay.
I will because Suzanne is my
And fine. Well, then
number one
Miami's my
fan.
fine. Well, Miami's my number one fan. Get ready,
Yeah,
Miami. Start throwing up your signs
get
right
get
now. Number
wrecked.
one fan.
Get wrecked.
start throwing up your gang signs now, Miami.
Yes, we
All
gangsters
right.
out
So,
here.
Spirit, please come through for Miami. Which one of these outsiders is Miami most comfortable with?
Uh, Man, Suzanne's is surprising to me actually.
Ha! Oh, what? You are in quite the conundrum, Miami. Look at you. Look at you. Guess what? Guess what your card is? It's the same card that you're most likely to
The double,
avoid.
the double.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this, Miami. Look at this. We're exposing secrets, Miami.
I
Look, I
pulled,
like you both equally. We're just playing with you guys.
I pulled for Suzanne. I
Oh,
pulled the
Cat
Three
Ninja.
of Swords, which
Oh,
is
three swords.
very
Okay.
interesting because I think I don't think Suzanne's been betrayed enough to be discomforted by the thought of betrayal, which is why I think this actually is the right card for her because she's been either she's not been betrayed enough or she's been betrayed so many times that like she's just used to it at this point. And I think at this point, like as a fan of mine, it might actually be that she's been stuck in the back so many fucking times that this is just normal for her, and that's why like the Three of Swords
What
is
was?
like,
Guess who else got the three swords?
hmm,
Cat Ninja.
Cat Ninja.
Yes,
Okay,
but finish
well,
what you were saying to Suzanne, and then
yeah, yeah.
I'll
Like I
interpret
said,
for
I,
Ninja.
I'm starting to think that she has been stuck in the back so many fucking times that she's just used to it, and she says, quote unquote, nailed it. Yeah,
I know. I see it. Pulling it up.
I
Good
mean,
job.
you know what I pulled for myself?
What?
You'll never guess. Out of all the cards
Uh,
in this five card spread, the most
um,
obvious one is the one I'm most comfortable
is
with.
it Death?
No, it's the Tower.
Oh, I almost said Tower. That would have been my
The
next guess.
Tower. Like,
Yep.
it's this John D's card. It's not my card, but I'm most
No, well, it's
comfortable with.
not his card. His card. He doesn't own the rights to the tower and
I
everything.
am very comfortable with everything around me being on fire because I'm just used to it. Like, yeah, Ouchie Dumpling said
Thank you,
I was gonna
Rally.
guess Tower.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Hi,
Okay,
Ouchie.
so hold on real quick for Cat Ninja. Cat Ninja, the three of swords. Which one of these outsiders are you more comfortable with? What this tells me is that you're not afraid of rejection or putting or maybe even taking chances when it comes to relationships. Okay, or it could be a little bit of the opposite. However, I'm vibing that you're someone who um, is it that they're a little bit more, I wouldn't say accepting of their feelings, but I'm gonna say it. If it feels as though you're a little bit more accepting of when others hurt you, especially that you're very much in the moment, in the present, and you feel your feelings just out there. You're not like trying to hide them. I feel like it would be something that would be against your nature to kind of reserve, um, that kind of brokenheartedness or rejection, whatever the case may be. So, but that's a very good quality to have. So there you go, my dear. Anyone else? Who else needs a card?
Okay, so I did pull a card for my dear Ouchie on question two. Which of these outsiders am I most comfortable with? And Ouchie Dumpling got the death card, and I feel like Ouchie Dumpling has come to terms with the fact that the cycle is inevitable, and everything that starts ends, and every ending is a new beginning, and she's okay with that. Like, it sucks when you lose something or lose someone, but
Oh,
like every time that door is closed, another door opens, and that's why I think the death card is very appropriate for this situation.
ooh.
Hope I
Which
nailed
card
that
did
for
they
you,
get?
Ouchie.
Hold on. Which card did they
The
get?
death.
This is so weird. We're like reflecting these
Yeah.
readings because like I just did rallies. So rally, I just
Hmm.
pulled for you. Which one of these outsiders are you most comfortable with? And you got death. And for
Yeah.
you, I'm going to say it's either one or two things. Either one, actual death. Maybe you've experienced a lot of death in your family or through your life. Okay. And there's a comfortableness with that, meaning you're not as scared as the next person, perhaps, of the other side. Okay. Or number two, that you adapt to change easily. Okay.
Yep.
So, or it could be both.
And Ouchie Dumpling did say in the chat, to everything, turn, turn, turn. And
No,
that is what the death card symbolizes. It's the
I like
turning
you,
of
Rally.
times. It's actually great. Like, this is a amazing exercise. I'm having so
You're
much
doing it.
fun.
Look, he said great, or they said great devil and death. Hold on, is Rally a boy or girl? I can't tell. I'm like my
Rally
thoughts. Boy,
is a
girl.
dude. I'm pretty
Okay, D.
sure.
Or
Will
dudette.
Rally Sport, like, I'm pretty sure that's a dude. This is my homie. I don't
It's
actually
my homie.
worry. I
Look,
don't
it looks
actually
like we're on
worry
the
about
couch,
like
kind of.
if you got a male or female, and if you have a very feminine energy, I'll probably ascribe you as my girl. But Rally actually, oh, Div, hi Div. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched any of his live streams, so I don't know. My homie is a dude. Yes, thank you, Div, for that. Can we please kick my former co-host out of the fucking room so I don't have to deal with her right now? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. This is a
Rally
joke.
is a look. Miami said
He's a cheeky
Rally's a
gentleman.
cheeky man.
Yep.
How
Yeah,
cute,
he is.
cheeky. She said cheeky.
Hold on. Can I pull a card for Div?
Of
Which
course.
one of these outsiders am I most comfortable with? Div. If you didn't just like leave because I was talking shit, like for you, my dear, I have. Oh wait, I have a card that jumped right out at me. What card of these outsiders am I most comfortable with? It's the Five of Cups. It's that introspective morning vibe. That you lose shit so frequently. I think that you're just used to it. It's the whole problem. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm failing miserably, but I am
No,
trying.
you're
And
okay.
the Five of Cups for Divinity.
Oh, Five of Cups.
Yeah.
Interesting. Hold on.
Mhm.
Did you ask that for the last question?
Mm. Just for this one, like which one am I most comfortable with? I didn't pull cards for Divinity on the first question because she wasn't even. I mean, directly here. But for the most comfortable, it is the Five of Cups. For what is the one that she's most likely to avoid? I think I know what this card is going to be before I even pull it, but I'm almost certain that, yeah, I was right. The Death card is Divinity's most avoided, specifically for the reason of Divinity doesn't like having shit actually like upheaved in her universe. Like, God, how do I even phrase this without sounding like an asshole? Divinity does not do well with taking a loss. She is one who always wins, and sometimes the L is just there for you. But yeah, that's all I got on that one. Like
Good
sometimes you just
job.
gotta take the L.
Good job. Okay, guys, that was class. So, any final
That
thoughts, you
was
guys?
class.
How did you guys like meeting the outsiders and going through the cards and taking in the imagery?
I loved
I
it.
felt I told you it was going to be extensive, so we got a
Hmm.
lot. I hope that even those of you who don't read tarot, that if anything, you still learn some things about what you're still engaging, and you're learning something, even if it's just about yourself. To me, that's
So
knowledge
I did, I did, I
that's
did have
invaluable.
no. The Death card is to take the L. The Five of Cups means uh
That's grief or a crybaby.
it's a grief. Yeah,
A grieving
it
crybaby.
a grief or sorrow card that is definitely like, what are you mourning and how long do you mourn? Like to quote Tupac, how long do we mourn? And the Death card is just like you don't like having anything disrupted in your fucking
Oh, I'm gonna pull something up real
universe.
quick too before we leave. Because, okay, so hold on. I think I kind of told you about this, Darth. I don't know, but I
Hmm.
do want to pull this up. Hold on.
Next week's class, the runes class, the scrying class. Like that's the one I
Oh,
think
that's what
is,
I'm about to hold
yeah,
horses,
the
sir.
scrying class.
I'm gonna hold
See,
horses.
I've never been even remotely interested in scrying, which is why I said like let other people go ahead and have that because it's going to be better for them than it is for me to be there for that. So look forward to a panel discussion in class on scrying, but
Well, that
I'm
one's
probably
gonna
just going to be lurking
roll.
in the
It's gonna
shadows
roll a lot
for this
different
one.
than anything else I've done
Hmm.
before. So
Which is why
hold
I
on.
definitely it's not the one for me specifically. Like I definitely know that.
Yes, that's cool. So hold on, let me
Yes.
pull. I finally found this. Hold up, let me put this up there real quick. Pull it up.
I mean, we have
Screen.
reached the end of the show, Will Raleigh Sport. Like, I don't have much more to say on this topic.
Hold
If
on.
Clumsy does,
It won't. Oh,
we can
hold
keep
on.
it going.
Window. There it is. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Okay, so real quick, before you guys leave, thank you guys for being here for tarot class. By the way, please make sure you like, subscribe. I'm here every weekend doing a class related to tarot. I also have a room class coming up weekend after next. But this, I've been certain people are going to be selected just for this. It's joined for the practice and exploration of scrying. If you're interested, some people don't even know what scrying is. Okay, I understand. If you are interested, though, you can email me. I'll put my email in the chat because I'm going to be doing this quite differently because I'm anyone who does join the class with me, they'll be given a link, a private link, okay? And the it will be recorded live. However, I will not
I'm
post it live until
I'm not gonna
after.
lie to you. If I scry, I do scrying with a candle, and
Well, and
I'm
that's
very afraid of setting myself on fire while being in the moment because you said you gotta be in a meditative trance kind of state, like a clear energy state. It's like, well, that's a really great way to go ahead with me and a candle to set myself on fire. I don't want any fucking part of that. I don't. Like
look at
I'd
Miami.
just rather leave that fucking realm of divination alone. That's just me though. Like other people want to scry. Like
Yes, that okay. Uh, I got it. You got it. Got it. But
we do have to do a scrying volume 2 with crystal because my pendulum has been singing to me lately, like straight singing to me, and I know I can scry with my pendulum the same way you can scry with a candle or a crystal ball or whatever you're using. Like I can do such things with my crystal. So that'll be volume 2 of the scrying class, I think, because
volume
it want
two. I gotta get through volume one first, so.
yeah.
But unique beauty, a unique beauty. Sorry, I
Unique
can't talk. Words are
beauty.
hard. That's my girl. We love
Hey.
her. Um, are the streams?
All right. Well,
You can order. You can answer that real quick. Do you know? Are they over now? Yes, no, maybe so. Don't know.
uh, that kind of depends on my co-host, who I haven't heard from. Like, I still want to do the 48 laws, but at the same time, like, if I do them at the time that I do them, it's going to be problematic for me. So, me and my co-host will talk.
Gotcha. Okay, so guys, thank you, everyone. I hope everyone really did actually like class. It was like super fun. I loved it, and there was a lot to go over. But I will be back again next weekend for the tarot class, and I will be doing. So to Helen asked me, I think I'm going to be doing it Friday. Will be the live streaming for this. I need to make sure I have a place for it because there's only like a certain allotted seats I'm going to do. And then I have to know what everybody is choosing for their scrying instrument. And then I'll give everyone kind of like a preparation list before I hand them the link. And then they'll get that like a day or two in advance. And then we'll we'll do the live feed with the scrying. I just don't want to do the live streaming to YouTube until after because I don't want anybody. I can't have anyone have any distractions during it, and we'll be muted for chunks of time, like 15, 20 minutes at a time. And we're going to be getting into meditative states ahead, and
Yeah,
all that stuff.
which is
So
why I
it's
think
better.
this
It's
is
better just
not
to
the best
upload
for
it
me.
as like a premiere, yeah,
Yeah, this
after.
is
So
why I think it's better that I just sit this one out because to get that deep in myself would be putting myself at risk. Uh, man, oh man, like Okay, I guess I gotta be that guy. I, I'm sorry, I didn't want to be the one.
Okay, so we're
Okay.
gonna wrap this up. That
Okay.
way you and I could talk for a second. But thank you guys for being here.
Yep.
I will be back next week. I appreciate like there's new people in here and everything. Please hit the like if you haven't on the way out. It would mean a lot to me. I will be on
Yeah.
tonight for my regulars. I will be doing live readings tonight, late at night. So
Please
just make sure
show
you have
up
your
in the middle of the fucking night.
notifications on.
Please show up in the middle of the night for Clumsy because her readings
They're
are
fun.
second
We
to
have a good
none.
time too. They're
Yeah.
always good, and the crowd is always good. Like everyone that
Yep.
comes in is really nice and awesome.
I,
So
I like being up for them, and I also like waking up in the middle of the night to go ahead and tune in. It's like, oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're just now waking up. Like, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna go to Clumsy's and listen to her read for everybody else. I usually end up right on the very end of the stream, but I love listening to other people's readings. Like, it's
I
so
do too.
informative. Yep.
All right,
So,
guys. So we
y'all.
will catch you tonight,
Mm-hmm. We
and I
will.
will see you then. Boop boop.